Hey everyone, it's Holly here from I Go Yoga, and today I have a question for you. Do you constantly find yourself worrying about what other people think about you? And maybe this has left you feeling unworthy, with low self-esteem, low confidence, and now it's affecting how you live your life every day. Well, in today's video, I am going to be focusing on how to increase your self-confidence, your self-esteem, and your self-worth so you can take back your personal power, take back responsibility in your life, so you can actually increase your health, your overall happiness, and actually get on purpose, get on the right path for you, so you know that you're 100% going in the right direction. I think that's so important. So if you don't know me, I'm Holly, as I said, from I Go Yoga, and I help people to live life with less stress and a lot more joy. You know why? Because it is our birth given right. We deserve it. And so if you would like to join me for any upcoming yoga, meditation sessions, which are live and online, you can do from the comfort of your own home. You're more than welcome to go and head over to igowithholly.com, and you can check out the full timetable there. We have a class every evening apart from Sundays. I need a day off. But you'll be able to find something to certainly suit you. So right now we are live with some clients who are joining us for an I Go Chakra Cleanse session. So we thought we'd go live for the first part, just to give you guys who are on the outside a chance, a bit of an insight really, to see what it is that we do, what some of our sessions entail. And these Saturday sessions are quite special because for the first part of the session, we were going to be opening up for discussion, which for that we invite you guys to join us, and then we'll say bye bye to you guys, and we'll carry on with some chanting, some gentle yoga flows. You can see I've got my yoga mat in the back, and then we'll go into a nice deep guided meditation as well. So if you are watching this, once again, you want to join us, go to igowithholly.com and you'll be able to see all of what we do. So who is today's practice for then? Well, it's for you if you feel like you are always seeking recognition and approval from others, and now it is starting to affect your self-esteem. I've certainly been there, as I said. Everything that I'm going to share with you today are all of the many challenges that I myself have faced, and still today are still challenged by. Are you the type of person that feels fearful, of what other people think, and now this is lacking your confidence and your ability to actually take action? Are you holding yourself back because you worry about what other people are going to think of you? And this is for you if you feel like you don't have the power to actually make positive changes in your life. Maybe because your willpower is diminished, maybe it's your motivation, maybe you feel like you're lacking focus, and now all you want to do is to step into that higher self and make some better choices. So today is really going to help you to discover, why you're feeling the way that you're feeling, why you're experiencing low self-esteem, low confidence, low motivation, and feeling powerless in the world. We're going to explore what areas you actually need to focus on to start increasing that self-confidence, that self-esteem, that self-worth. And then together, with our private clients, we're going to deep dive into some very practical activities, some very practical tools that you can use from the comfort of your own home, which are going to help to restore some of these challenges that we've talked about and bring you back into balance, so you can quite literally reclaim that personal power and that motivation to go out into the world and to be your best self. So And again, if you want to join me for any upcoming classes, live online yoga meditation, please just go to igowithholly.com and you can find more information there. So today we are going to be specifically talking about the third energy center, the subtle energy center within the body, the solar plexus. Because this solar plexus, this chakra, it governs our confidence, our self-esteem, our willpower, our courage, and our ability to actually get things done. And the solar plexus is also called, or also known as, the Manipura, which is translated as the lustrous gem. Oh my goodness, so yummy. And it resonates, of course, at the color yellow. And we can associate this wonderful solar energy to the power of the sun. And it radiates in all directions, and we ourselves have this power, but so many of us are not tapping into it. So if you've been with me over the last few Saturdays, you'll know that when we first started, we were at the root chakra, which is all about the element of earth, which is associated to everything solid, the matter. And then last week, we talked about the sacral chakra, which was all about our energy, our emotions, and movement and change. So let's say we take matter. Let's say we've got two sticks and we rub them together and we create movement. What do we get? We get a spark, we get fire, and it's that fire, that flame that we all have within. We all have it within us, and it is that flame that has the power to either create or destroy. Okay, and hopefully we're going to be we are going to be destroying some things today. We're going to be burning through some old patterns, some old habits, some old destructive behaviors that are no longer serving us. And we are going to be creating a vision of who we want to be and how we want to serve in the world. And most importantly, we serve ourselves first. So our fire is really our enthusiasm to be able to take action. This is the yang energy, and it is very expressive. But when we are feeling powerless, we feel weak, and we feel victimized, and we feel withdrawn. We have a lack of ability to take action. When you feel powerless, all you want to do is hide away from the rest of the world. You don't feel confident to go out, to be social. So what we tend to do is we try to find power elsewhere, and we end up in this power struggle where we might dominate one of our children. We might go to work each day and be put down by our boss because they're very controlling, and then we go home and we take that out on our children. We'd be dominating over them. Or you might find yourself trying to dull that pain by reaching for stimulants, because the solar plexus is the center of your energy. It's going to get you up and moving. And if you're feeling low in energy because you're low in confidence, self-esteem, motivation, then you are going to naturally want to reach for something that's going to artificial, that's going to help you keep going. Does that make sense to you? I hope that resonates with you. So the first thing that we need to focus on, if we want to increase all of those wonderful qualities, if we want to increase our confidence and stop worrying about what other people think of us, the first thing that we need to focus on is coming back to the breath. That is number one. Because if you can imagine, you have this wonderful flame within you, this fire which is burning, and the air that you breathe is the fuel for that fire. If you're not breathing efficiently, how can we possibly fan the flames and step up into our higher self? So I hope this is resonating with you. So, we've all felt our solar plexus at some point in our lives, because yes, it is a subtle energy center, but a couple of years ago, I went to Amsterdam, and Phil and I went to the Happiness Project. I don't know whether any of you guys have ever been. If you haven't, I would definitely recommend you go. There's one in London as well, and it's an exhibition of the human body, and I was very surprised actually to see that the solar plexus is actually a visual part of the body. It's part of the nerve ganglia, and it is probably the most highly sensitive part of our body, which is located just below the sternum. And you guys will know, if you ever saw somebody in your life that you fancied, you always had that sensation feeling butterflies, and you'd have the same sensation if you were driving your car and you were just about to crash and you've got that gut-wrenching feeling. So again, the solar plexus is about being creative, like, oh, this is a wonderful feeling, or it can be the destroyer. So it is about just noticing where you are at in any given moment. When you're feeling nervous, when you're feeling low in confidence, you're scared, you will always feel that energy resonating at the solar plexus. And actually the solar plexus, what it does is it also rules our metabolism as well. So, and our metabolism is responsible for the regulation and the distribution of metabolic energy within the body. So if you are out of balance with your confidence, your self-esteem, your self-worth, your motivation, then it's very highly likely that you're going to be experiencing some kind of digestive problems. And isn't it interesting? So many of us today are experiencing digestive problems, IBS, diabetes, is massively on the rise, irritable bowel, we've all got some sort of digestive challenge that many of us are facing. And, actually visually, when you look at the body, if somebody has quite a large belly, don't judge yourself. If you have quite a large belly, this might be a representation, it may be a representation that you have a need to control things in your life. You want to control everything. Doesn't make you a bad person, it just means that you like order and you like to, specific outcomes. If you have quite a sunken belly and a poor, a dysfunctional core, then it might mean that you have a lack of power in your life. You may have a fear of actually taking control of your life. You might have a fear of standing out in the crowd, and being your best self. I know for so, many of my years, I've always been very expressive. I've always been loud. I've always been like the first one to put my hand up in the class, even if I didn't know the answer and I got it wrong. But, this, for myself, like my mum always used to call me an extrovert. And she said, oh, Holly, you're such an extrovert. And she said it in such a negative way. I love my mum. I love you, mum, if you're watching. But for a long time, I took that very personally. And because of that, I tried to hide away. I tried to not be the first to put my hand up. I didn't want to be the leader. I didn't want to play the leading role in school, because I always felt that maybe that was a negative thing. So I'd hide myself in the shadows so other people could shine. And that's great. That's really admirable. But actually, we're like the sun, remember, we all have the power, and it is our birth-given right to be able to shine our light bright. So don't let anyone, hold you back. And maybe, if you are experiencing excessive weight around the tummy, if you eat something and it goes straight to your tummy, then it may be that, you're not metabolizing your food, which is matter, into energy. So you can definitely see a dysfunction there. So, the solar plexus is pretty much associated with our willpower. And our willpower is something that comes from deep within. But so many of us have given our power away, from the moment that we're born into the world. We're massively dependent on our parents. And for some of us, we had very controlling parents. I love you, Dad, but you did not let me pick the wallpaper in my room when I wanted the purple. And he says, no, you're going to have the yellow. How interesting is that? And so, when we have very controlling and dominating people in our lives, then that really affects our ability to be confident in our adult life. And it's interesting because when we move out of the arms of our parents, we go straight into school, and then we're dominated and told what to do by our teachers. And then when we move out of school, we're dominated and controlled and told what to do by our bosses. And we constantly live our life like this. We're always giving our power away. When we go into work, we become very heavily reliant on that salary, you know. We become very heavily reliant on the government. Like, we're currently in lockdown because of the COVID-19, and you know, if the government says go left, we go left. You know, we're told what to do, and we take that on board, and we accept it as it is. But this often leaves us feeling so powerless that we end up looking outside of ourselves and often seeking, power outside of ourselves. And often that is, unfortunately, by taking on very destructive behaviors or negative habits. Quite often addictions as well would be one of those. So it is important for us to start to tap into our own personal will. And many of us will say, well, I haven't got any willpower. I just haven't got any staying power with whatever I put my mind to. I say I'm going to go on a diet and I don't stick to it. I just haven't got any willpower. But I want to let you know now that we all have willpower. It's just that many of us are misguiding it. We're misdirecting that energy. And, so most of us will practice our will by doing something that somebody else tells us to do, but actually, or we'll constantly tell ourselves that I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to do this. But it's to move out of having to do anything. You're not obliged to do anything for anyone, but you are choosing to do that. So it's, I have to do this. It's like, no, I don't have to do this. I choose to do this because, and there's a higher purpose, there's a higher reasoning behind what you're doing. So we're always effectively using our willpower, but it is about how we are able to direct that willpower. And tapping into that true willpower will give you an ability to stand up for yourself, to step out of the shadows like I was and just be your authentic self. This is going to require you to take some risks, to go against the grain, to be criticized, to be put down. But this is all about reclaiming, if you want to reclaim your confidence, if you want to increase your self-esteem, then you have to be willing to step out of your comfort zone and stop following some of the rules. Okay, so this is the only way that we're really going to start to increase that personal power, and finding a way to really direct that in positive ways to release, some of the energy that you have accumulated. Constantly being told what to do just makes you feel so small and rigid, and that energy becomes trapped and encased in the body. And we have to find a way of opening ourselves up and releasing some of this power that we have. And the only way that we can do that is through action. Okay, it's through movement, because the solar plexus is that expressive, it's that yang energy, it's the inner energy coming out into the world. And that, in order to do that, we must be able to muster up the willpower to develop the courage and the confidence to push forward no matter what anybody else thinks of you. And the problem that we have today is that we have social media, and we're constantly comparing ourselves and putting ourselves down to the person who's got 100,000 followers, the person that's been, we don't know, that person's been in the game for like 20 years, working hard and failing every single day. We just get caught up on what we see, and then we worry about what other people think about us, because we're having to start from scratch. And so it's so important that we, increase our confidence by stepping out of your comfort zone. The only way you'll do that is by breaking inertia, okay? Break inertia, do something different, and hopefully being in lockdown was one of those, causes. It was like the opposing force that came in and just knocked you out of your momentum. It knocked you out of your pattern, your routine, and now you're kind of stumbling around the place finding out, what shall I do here? And so this is really an opportunity for us to renew ourselves here, for us to take back our responsibility, and for us to really start to get moving. I hope this is helping. And remembering here that the only thing that can grow in your life is that which you give your energy to. So pay attention. Where is your energy going on a daily basis? What are you focusing on? Because that is the only thing that is going to grow in your life. Okay? So pay attention. Where are your thoughts? Where are your energies? Where are your emotions? What are you giving your energy to? And I know for sure that the only thing that you need to really be giving your energy to right now is you. Yeah? It's you. And it's focusing on what you want and where you want to be and expressing that out into the world wholeheartedly without fear of rejection. I hope this is resonating with you. So that is how we take back our personal power. That is how we do it. And we also use amazing tools like yoga, chanting, meditation as a way for us to channel deep within the subtle energy body, to release any trapped energy. I have a lot of trapped energy here, and it all stems from, my upbringing and then the decisions that I made off the back of that moving through my life. And the only way we can really move forward and be our best, most higher self is by letting go of all of that crap. Letting go of all of that shit. Like, we've really got to let it go. We've got to shed it away. And that is what power is. It's not to have power over anybody, anything. It's to have the power within to make the changes, to step out your comfort zone, to take those risks and be your best self. So I hope that's helped you guys. I'm feeling quite passionate today. But if again, you'd like more of this and you'd like to join us for the practical exercises, yoga, meditation, chanting, have a look at igowithholly.com and you'll see more of us on there, and hopefully we'll see you soon online. So thank you so much for all the likes, for all the love, all the comments. I really appreciate all the support from you guys on our Facebook Live, and thank you so much for everybody here that's joining me privately as well. So over and out from us. We hope you have a great day, and I hope that you really do take heed on what we talk about today, that you can increase your confidence, your self-esteem and your self-worth, by just turning that attention in on yourself. You really can. So have a great day. Love and light to you all. Let your light shine bright, guys. Radiate like the sun today. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. Bye.